was firing down toward the water tower.
That's what.
And they had been right by the fence where the other shooter was. There was one I heard in the water tower. There was one by the fence.
And still, obviously, initial reports. But what we do know...
First crack of the gunfire, and I just screamed, it's the sniper, and he was firing down toward the water tower.
That's what we're hearing.
Gentleman behind me, I was one seat, he was to the right of me. He could see the sharpshooter behind Trump. He said the sharpshooter shot to the left. He killed the gentleman in the water tower here.
Across the world, computers greeted their users with the blue screen of death. Unable to start systems locked in recovery mode, airport check-ins, railway stations, payment systems, health services and broadcasters were severely disrupted, including Sky News.
A major global IT outage is impacting many of the world's largest companies, including us here at Sky News.
The outage was specific to computers running Microsoft Windows, but only those using a third-party protection software made by leading cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike. Inadvertently triggering what may be the largest IT outage in history led to a frank apology from its CEO.
We're deeply sorry for the impact that we've caused to customers, to travelers, to anyone affected by this, including our companies. So we know what the issue is. We're resolving and have resolved the issue now. It's recovering systems that are out there.
Despite CrowdStrike's transparency and speed at issuing a fix, global disruption was inevitable. 70% of the world's computers run Microsoft Windows. CrowdStrike makes some of the most popular security products for them. It could take painfully long to recover.
We're definitely seeing one of the largest prolonged impacts, and certainly with the largest consequences for restoration. You know, this is not an easy process to put back together again. Where this has affected all the endpoint devices, which are now all over the world, millions of them. Someone's got to get to that laptop and actually sit in front of it and boot into it and reboot it, and that is a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of time.
It could have been worse. Linux and Mac software were unaffected. Core IT for cloud computing, critical infrastructure and the internet soldiered on.
The impacts of this IT meltdown are virtually indistinguishable from a large-scale cyber attack and raise exactly the same questions about how vulnerable our society is when it's reliant on proprietary digital infrastructure made by just a handful of big tech companies, and how best to recover when something goes wrong with one of their products.
Once the world reboots after this Blue Friday, many everyday businesses will be rethinking their digital risks.